Alright, hello everyone, my name is Crone and welcome to my videos. Today we're going to start something a bit different. This is not scripted, this is just pretty much off script and just recording straight by OBS. So we're gonna, this is my predictions of the 2020 nominees in the Game Awards. And I will say that this is just my subjective opinion, and the games that are going to be presented is simply the ones that I just hope it will just win the nominees. So some opinions will change, and some will disagree with my take. But if you want to discuss that, you can just put in the description. You can just tell me why I'm wrong in the comments below. I'm quite open to that. So now that we're here, let's just scroll down. So obviously the first option is the Game of the Year, recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. So we got Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing New Horizon, and The Last of Us Part 2. For me, personally, I'm just voting Ghost of Tsushima. Oh shoot, no, I don't want that. For me, I'm just going to vote Ghost of Tsushima, hands down. It has amazing gameplay, I love it, best stealth in the game. The story, I was way too hooked about the story. If you're gonna say, some people will say Hades might win this one, or Last of Us Part 2. Well, for me, I highly doubt an indie title will make the Game of the Year. It just came out. And Last of Us Part 2, since the controversy happens, I think not a lot of people will be favoring this one. But overall, these three picks might be Game of the Year. But I'm personally going to pick Ghost of Tsushima, hands down, and I just hope. I did make a video, I did make a recording script about it, talking about why I wish this game was going to be Game of the Year. So I'm not sure if the video is going to come out before or after the Game Awards happen. So I just need a capture card to record the gameplay footage for it. So yeah. All right, best game direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and game and design. So again, we got Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, and The Last of Us Part 2. Assigned creative vision. Now, for this one, I'm not gonna go with Final Fantasy. It's just from before. It's just a remake. That's what I'm going to say. Ghost of Tsushima, they took really his inspiration from a Japanese movie from Kurosawa or something like that, which is pretty, they kind of made that, that movie from like somewhere from the way early. I'm not sure what it was. Kurosawa film. Sorry if I'm stuttering, but they made that aesthetic and turn it into a movie, which is pretty good. Hades, I haven't played Hades, so I'm not 100% sure what the story is. I've seen gameplay, like the combat, but the combat didn't really interest me that much. But maybe that will make it the best game direction. Half-Life Alyx. I seen somewhat of a, I don't know. It just feel I'm not so sure how I feel about Half-Life Alyx, but I just don't think it's gonna make it. The Last of Us Part 2, Naughty Dog. I will say it does have a good aesthetic to it. But I don't think this is like by far the story, but by design. I'm not sure what it means by this. I mean, sure, it says right there. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. For this one, I'm just gonna go Hades. Even though I didn't play the game, but I don't know. It has good vision and innovation. I don't know. Best narrative. Okay, hands down, Ghost of Tsushima. Sorry, but Ghost of Tsushima by far. It has Jin Sakai, just amazing main character. I like him. I mean, I'm going to feel like they maybe win this one, but like here's the thing, like Last of Us Part 2, like the story is just something that is not new. Like I've seen that story before. Like I think if you've seen my Assassin's Creed 2 polished and refined video response, that boy Aqua does mention that both Assassin's Creed 2 and Last of Us 2 follow kind of like the same plot structure of revenge. So it's not that it is a bad game. I just think that it's just nothing new. I think this is Ghost of Tsushima just hands down. I just love Jin Sakai and the character development that he gets. So, best art direction for outstanding creative and/or technical achievements in artistic design and animation. This one, for this one, I will pretty much in bit like I'm not gonna lie, like Hades does have a really good design. Like, look at that. But Ori Will of the Wisp, like they pretty much went further with the uh details in their animation. Like they put a lot of effort into that, the design of the level and the background, which is by far really impressive. Um, for Last of Us Part Two, they might take this one because the level of details that there are in this game, which is pretty impressive. Like the I think it was like the cable mechanic where if you like throw out the window and then you pull it like in the side, it would have like a limit on how much you can pull it and it won't clip or anything. That's a really impressive feature in my opinion. But like that's just kind of like game design structure that some games can do. But for this one, I'll go with Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Not the best Ori game. I prefer the first one, but all right. Best score and music for outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and licensed soundtrack. Okay, now I see why they put Last of Us Part 2 here. I didn't read this one right here, which is called licensed soundtrack. But Last of Us Part 2, like the only thing I remember was like the five notes on the intro, like dun, 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 dun. That's the only thing that only remember. I just don't think Last of Us Part 2 has a memorable soundtrack. Or in the Will of a Wisp. Now here's the thing about it, like I'm not really good at uh, listening to music as long as they are recognizable. Like kind of weird that how Ghost of Tsushima is not there because I think it has pretty good soundtrack, but I just don't pay attention too long to the audio or the music in general. However, I don't know. I haven't heard again. I haven't played anything about Hades, but I did heard Final Fantasy Seven remake in the soundtrack. It looks pretty good. Maybe Doom Eternal will. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, no. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. I think Doom Eternal might, given that uh, there's an emphasis on like really like hard metal or something like that, but I'm not a big fan of metal music, so I'm gonna give this one to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Best audio design. Recognize the best in-game audio and sound design. Last of Us Part 2. But like, yeah, I mean, like, some people will be mad at me, but I'm just voting for that Last of Us Part 2. Like, I think it has really good audio design. Like, the way, like, Ellie just, like, like, disarms her gun when he's, like, in the crafting bench. Like, that's just so satisfying. All right, best performance. Now, this is going to be a bit controversial. Not for me, but for some people, like, between these two candidates. For me, I'm voting for Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai. I just felt more connection with Jin in the main story. Some people will say Ellie might win this award for me, it's just Daisuke. I think I just really like Jin Sakai's character development, and I think Daisuke Tsuji made it in a fantastic job. Like, um, I just like the part where like it pretty much make him like him more as a character is when he did the reveal that he's a ghost to his uncle not Jin Samurai, Lord Sakai, was it? Lord Shimura, yeah, Shimura, sorry. I almost forgot. Like saying, uh, I'm no, I have no honor, I am the ghost, which was by far the best character arc that he had, and he made an amazing job at it. Laura Bailey, my friend, I have a friend that said, like, he wants Laura Bailey as Abby. Other people say, like, maybe Ashley Johnson will win, but now they do make good impressions of actors. They're both amazing in their own way, but when it comes to like how can you relate to the character and how the story goes, I'm just voting for Jin. I'm just voting for Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai. Like they're both amazing actors. Not gonna lie, but I'd much rather Daisuke Tsuji as Jin Sakai. Amazing person. All right. Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message, we have If Found, Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, Spiritfarer, Tell Me Why, and Through the Darkness of Things. I'm gonna say this. I haven't played neither of these except Spiritfarer. I like Spiritfarer's concept because, again, this might take spoilers, but the concept of Spiritfarer is that you're pretty much in the afterlife, and your job is to pretty much take care of these spirit animals who also die with you, and you must take care of them, and make them converse them and talk about accepting the concept of death, which pretty is amazing in a way. I haven't seen or played either of this, so I'm just going to pretty much vote for what I know. So Spiritfarer takes my vote. Best ongoing, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. We got Apex Legends, Destiny, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. I remember Apex Legends starting out really good, but then they're just becoming like a bit still. Sure, they're giving like really new content, new map, but it's the term of like if people are willing to spend more money on this game, if they want the characters, which I don't mind. Destiny 2, I really don't know why. This game is pretty fucking old. Like I don't know what, I came out like 3 years ago or something. I don't know, but it had a good launch. Call of Duty Warzone. This is a battle royale game, right? Yeah, I just doubt this one. Fortnite. I mean, the only thing I will look forward to is No Man's Sky. They're giving free updates and updates and updates. So I'm gonna go No Man's Sky. Still a relevant game, which reminds me a lot. Best indie game. Yeah, this is gonna be. I haven't played Hades, but by even if I didn't play the game, I know for a fact that Hades will get the game the best indie in the awards, like hands down. I did play Spiritfarer. I did have fun playing it. However, in terms of, like performance issue, like I played on my Switch and that game crashed a lot. But if you ignore like just the here's the thing about Spiritfarer, like it's not really like it's a kind of like a farming game or simpler like that, but it doesn't really heavily focus on that. And once you send all the spirit animals to like the Evergates, it's like there's no replay value or there's no incentive to continue because you have nobody to feed. So yeah, this one's gonna go hands down to Hades. No, stop. All right, best mobile game. For the best game playable on mobile devices, we have Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legend of Runeterra. I haven't played that game, and Pokemon Cafe Mix. Um, I'm going to Genshin Impact. Now, I understand some people have some issues with Genshin Impact, but if you like, uh, okay, some people are gonna have some issues with Genshin Impact simply because of how they monetize the game, which is through the gacha system or loot boxes. Some people want to argue that they're different, but they're not. They're just the same thing, just a different word. But overall, like if you can, like people say that the Genshin Impact is a Breath of the Wild clone, but even if that is the case, you're able to play an open world game, an RPG open world game with interesting side quests, a really interesting explorable world with rich world building. It has a story with unique characters. Like even if you remove, like if you like ignore the gacha system and just focus on what Genshin Impact is capable of doing on a mobile game, like holy crap, it's pretty fucking impressive. Like best out of all of these. Now, of course, Among Us has like a lot of popularity in this, but like for me, I don't consider it like in my opinion, Among Us is an overrated game. Like it's not that good. Like okay, some people like it, but it's not like something that you can play like with well alone or with randoms. Like it's like that game that reminds me a lot of Cards Against Humanity. That's kind of like a game that I see it. It's not something that you can play alone and you need like friends to in order to have a good experience. So but Genshin Impact is like you can play it solo. It has a good multiplayer co-op. I'm just going to vote for Genshin Impact. Like if you remove the gacha elements, Genshin Impact does deserve this uh the best mobile game. Like like even if like you don't like Genshin Impact, you have to appreciate what are they capable of doing on a mobile device because you can play this game on a phone, which is by far mind blowing. Best community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. Now, I might go with No Man's Sky, but Fall Guys also have a really good uh, interactivity with the community and stuff like that. So I might as well go with Fall Guys. I mean, they're pretty impressive. I think they did a really amazing job with that. They make good PR. All right, best VR. I haven't played neither of this, so but I feel like Half-Life Alyx is gonna is gonna take this vote. Innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyable by even wider audience. This one, I'm okay. It could be Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, pretty much made by both same companies at different places, and The Last of Us Part Two. Now, um, in recognizing software and hardware. I'm going this one with Valhalla simply because, well, it could go the same way with Watch Dogs because they're both made by the same company except different studios. But what amazes me about Valhalla is simply because you can actually, there's cross save in this game. I think both games actually with Ubisoft Connect. So if you like have like let's say PlayStation, if you bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla on PlayStation 4, you can actually connect to uh, you can actually connect with Ubisoft Connect, and you can actually play it on your PC. Not to mention that you can play mouse and keyboard on your PS4 if you don't have a powerful PC, which to me is just amazes me a lot. For Last of Us Part Two, like I forgot. I think that it's like mostly like New Game Plus kind of thing. But if you like, the only thing that you can like set up was the ability to customize your difficulty. But for me, that's not really that particularly Mason, like almost any game can do that, or just go on easy mode. Not that it is a bad thing. I think it's impressive that they let the player to customize their difficulty, but Ubisoft Montreal with Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Watch Dogs Legion from Ubisoft Toronto did an amazing job of trying to make other players try this game, because you can play this game with mouse and keyboard on consoles, which is pretty amazing. And there's cross save as well, so you don't have to worry about if your PC is just really crappy and you can't play it, but you want to play with mouse and keyboard, you can just play on your PS4, which is by far an amazing thing to have. This could also go with Watch Dogs Legion, I think. I'm not so 100% sure, but I had a lot of fun with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the things that it has, really impressive. Best action for the best game in action genre focused primarily in combat. Um, this one is really difficult for me because again, I haven't played neither of these games, but I hear a lot, like I've seen lots of people having more fun with Doom Eternal and how it plays out, so I'm gonna go with Doom Eternal. Best action adventure, for the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Now, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima might win this one, but like this is gonna be a hot take, but I just wish Assassin's Creed Valhalla take this one. Now, let me explain why. I like both games, Ghost of Tsushima and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think both are unique in their own way. I had fun with both of their combat. I had somewhat fun with Assassin's Creed Valhalla stealth mechanic, even though Ghost of Tsushima does things a lot better. However, if we're gonna count, let's say, okay, action adventure game, let's focus on that. Assassin's Creed Valhalla does a really good job with side quests because they don't feel cookie cutter like Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, with action adventure, I will give this one to Valhalla because like the thing about Ghost of Tsushima is that and also it's a kind of like a critique as well of Ghost of Tsushima, but most of the side quests and side content just feels a bit cookie cutter. Combining combat with traversal. Well, let's start with combat, which no. Okay, sorry. Let's start with combining combat. I had fun with the combat in Valhalla, even though a lot of people have criticism about it. I have some criticism, but that same applies with Ghost of Tsushima. The only thing I like about the most of the time of Ghost of Tsushima is like the dual fighting, or when you pretty much like a 1v1 fight against like a shonen. That's a really good combat. I really like it. I think it performs better than Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like I would say this, that it does have a good job with combat, but I feel like Assassin's Creed Valhalla has some good combat, but it's just missing that brutal, more diverse animation. Because when it comes to like the enemy types, Valhalla does a good job with having a diverse range of enemies. Like the Sealets have like every Sealet doesn't fight the same. You will encounter different types of enemies with different ranges and stuff like that. But in terms of Ghost of Tsushima, like you're reliant on like stances. Meanwhile, in this one, you're not dependent on the weapon type, because you can fight the same way. Though having a different weapon does change the way like your speed and everything, like the damage and stuff like that. For me, the combat just goes preferable to Ghost of Tsushima. But if Assassin's Creed Valhalla has like those kinds of animation where you kill someone, just you kill them like a brutal way, like how diverse it is in Assassin's Creed 3, I think it will take my vote for it. In terms of traversal, again, I like traversing around Tsushima, but the thing is like sometimes I just want to like have a uh, autopilot, if which Assassin's Creed Valhalla does that. because like you can go ahead and be on a horse, just press like square or X, was it? No, yes, press or square like in other consoles, and you can just sit back and just let Ava run around and across the map, even on your boat. And when you're on your boat, you can hear songs or stories, which is pretty good, which adds a bit of more immersive to it. Ghost of Tsushima, while it has a good map and a good traversal, but the thing about it is like I sometimes wish I could just autopilot, and I think Valhalla does a good job at making traversal a thing. But when Ghost of Tsushima, on the other hand, when you complete a side quest or something like that, like a shrine or something, or a fox shrine, uh, you can like fast travel to those locations just so you can save a time. Meanwhile, Ghost of no Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you kind of have to like it kind of enforces you to traverse the world, but you have the autopilot feature, which pretty much doesn't make it like a hassle or tedious to do so. Puzzle solving, again, like Ghost of Tsushima doesn't have a lot of puzzles. Assassin's Creed Valhalla does. Um, Overall, I think if okay, the only thing that's good with combat is Ghost of Tsushima, but the rest, like adventure game, traversal, and puzzle solving, Assassin's Creed Valhalla should take my vote on this one. For other games, so I haven't played Mars Morales, but they say it's like pretty much the same thing as the previous Spider-Man game, but more expanded. Or in the Will of the Wisps, it does have somewhat of puzzle solving, but not that. So there's some part that I was like a bit stuck, or simply because maybe I'm just so bad at it. I haven't played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Last of Us Part Two. I am not sure why it has this. Like, okay, sure, it has good action, but combat is the same thing as the previous title. I mean, you can say the same thing as the previous title as Odyssey, but I think it feels different. It has like that Witcher 3 kind of combat. Traversal, I don't think it's good, and puzzle solving, it's pretty doesn't take a lot of mind to it. All right, best role playing for the best game design for rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experience. We got Final Fantasy VII, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Huh. Best game design, which rich player? I mean, I think Persona 5 Royale does a good job at having that player customization. Genshin Impact is just really just non-existent if you do not participate in the gacha system. Like for me, like this, I don't know, because here's the thing, like you have to progress. Like yes, you level up, but it's the way how you progress in this game. Like leveling up is a bit tedious and weird because you don't like when you kill a monster, you don't earn XP. You kind of like you only earn like what 3 XP points in a way, but you have to like do some side content in like you had like this you don't earn XP like your character level up. It's really different. Final Fantasy 7, I haven't played that game. Persona 5 Royale, I haven't well I played the previous Persona game. I haven't played Royale yet, but it still has the same fundamentals that the first game, like like progression and stuff like that. Like I think I'll go with Persona 5 Royale. I haven't played either of these games. Um, Best fighting game. I feel like Mortal Kombat is gonna take this lead. Um, Yeah, I think it's gonna take this lead for instance. I mean, I would vote for Under Night in Birth, but I know Mortal Kombat 11. But for the sake of it, I'm just gonna vote for Under Night in Birth. All right, best family game. We have Animal Crossing: New Horizon, Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario: The Origami King. Now, I feel like Animal Crossing will get this award. I haven't played Crash Bandicoot 4, but it came in the right time. Like that's what most people will agree on. So I'm just gonna go with Animal Crossing. Best same strategy. I haven't played neither of these games. I heard a lot of people liking Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I'm just gonna no stop. Best esport game. Best multiplayer. Animal Crossing, Horizon, Among Us, Call of Duty, Warzone, Fall Guys, and Valorant. I'm gonna go with Among Us. Like, look, Animal Crossing. Like, if it works, it's good, but it doesn't have good multiplayer. Like, especially at launch. Maybe it's like a bit better in current updates, I believe, but like right now, yeah, it just didn't have a good launch. Like the way it is, it's just really really dumb. Like it's just takes so much time to like join someone's island. That's the thing about it. And you the terms that what you can do is very limited. Like the only thing you can do is either fish or catch bugs. But there's some bugs that are not available, like the tarantula or the scorpion. I'm not sure why, but but it just takes forever to join someone's island, and especially if you want to trade someone with it. If you want to trade, items and furniture and stuff like that, or villager trading. I did that, and it was such an annoying process. But either way, it kind of paid off. But I would not say it's the best thing ever, um, because it's pretty insane, like the trading community in the Animal Crossing. Because some villagers like are really high valuable. Like let's say like we all know Raymond, how valuable he was in Animal Crossing. Like people wanted him so bad, and people were like, and some like people who are selling them wanted like like 60 million bells, which was just it was just insane because there's just many limits of what you can do with Animal Crossing. Like you can only carry like what 4 million like gold or bells in your inventory, and the way how it takes forever to just join to another island, and you just have to bet on your ass that the guy just doesn't steal your money the last moment it gets, and you just wasted all your progress. Like that's just way annoying. Um, but for Among Us, I say I had like a tough time uh joining multiplayer, but either way, it's kind of fun in terms of like multiplayer experience because again, just it kind of focuses a lot of communication and interaction with the player. So I guess Among Us does deserve that spot. Okay, I think that's it. The rest are just. Oh wait, no. Uh, yeah, I think this one is the last one. Okay, best debut game. Boom. For the best video game created by a new independent studio. I feel like Phasmophobia will get this one, but like Phasmophobia just feels like a simulator game, kind of like Ghost Hunter Simulator. That's how I feel about it when I see this game. But I feel like this is gonna get the Game Awards. I just don't see the appeal of it. It just I don't know. I've seen other games try to like mimic that game, but yeah. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. Like rest are just oh wait, a best sports game. Uh I'm not gonna care about that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna go further. I just don't know who these people are or even watch them. But I think that's pretty much it for what I had to say. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to say about it. I just hope you enjoy this video. If you disagree with the things I voted or what I had to say, you can just leave a comment below. So, anyways, my name is Crone, and I'll see you guys then. Oh, and Ghost of Tsushima video will come out soon, hopefully before hopefully before the Game Awards. So yeah.